How we doing, everybody? Billy Big Balls back in the house. Episode 23 is with a very special guest tonight. Me. Guest tonight can't make it. She's not feeling well, so we're just gonna kick on regardless, you know, because I have a feeling people are out to be missing me, you know. Anyway, this episode is sponsored by Tyers, Deansgrange. If you need tyres, batteries, bulbs, anything for car service, anything, go to TP Tyres. It's directly across from the NCT Centre in Deansgrange. And tell them Billy Big Ball sent you out for a 10% discount. Billy loves you. We don't have a guest tonight, so I'm going to just tell a story about I wasn't working a few years ago, and I went and did a course down in the tech, a horticultural course. Somebody told me about it. Said, fuck it, there was a couple of people from the area that was hanging around me, were on the course as well. And the course, off the chomper, I swear to Jesus. The first day I walked into the class, like I knew a couple of people that were on it, but the other people that I met on it, I was thinking to myself, I thought my life was fucked. Jesus Christ. Anyway, fucking, we're starting, everyone's introducing to each other, you know. Some boy there, you know, says to her, so what's your name, blah, blah, blah. Or I'm such and such a body, you know. She said, not many people like me where I live and this, that and the other. And I was like, why? She goes, because I'm a whistleblower. And I was like, right, what you blow the whistle on? She wouldn't tell us. Yeah, she's not fucking much of a whistleblower. But so she wouldn't tell us what she did, you know. So she was one of them. There was this other board on her right, and she was telling us a story. She had to be living in London. She was fucking hanging around with all these fucking fuckers that, you know, squatting in gaffs and playing, going to fucking Sex Pistol concerts. She was mad into the Sex Pistols. But one night they were going to a concert, you know, and she was there, and she wanted to be like, fit in with the rest of them, you know. She was Irish, and the rest of them were all English, you know. And they were going to I think it was a Sex Pistol concert. She bought a ticket, but then when the concert was, our mates like were saying to her, you know, well, we're bunking in, we're getting over the wall and this, and she was like, yeah, I'll get involved in that, you know. So she gets up onto the wall, getting over, this is what she was telling us. She fell off the wall and got a brain injury. And I was thinking to myself, you had a fucking ticket. Why the fuck did you get over it? I know you want to fit in with your friends and all, but come on. You had a poxy ticket. Why didn't you just say to them, yeah, listen, and when they got up on the wall, just go around and go into the fucking thing and pay your ticket. Like, for me, it didn't make any sense. You had a ticket, like, fuck's sake. Anyway, she was another character on the course, you know. There was loads of them. There was this board from Bladen, Yorkshire. Hated men. You know, man, like, she looked at you like she wanted to kill you, you know. There was this other board on it, same thing. I think she was from the country as well. But fucking, just everybody in the classroom, it was just like, I was looking around and I was thinking to myself, you're one of them, you know what I mean? But,
the boys as well?
What?
The boys?
There was boys, yeah. There was blokes from Rings End on the course, you know what I mean? Like, one of our guests was on the course, you know. But I was fucking. We had to do like communications, English, and a couple of other classes, you know. But we goes into this class, right? This Ellen there, not Ellen, teacher, and she looked at us, and I looked at her and I thought, oh, you know your face. She was a teacher when we were kids, you know, and she was like, look who's back and all this crack, you know. And she says to one of the blokes when we're walking in, now talking to my class, and he goes, what? And she goes, you never shut the fuck up when you were young in the class and all, you were always talking. Your man's freaked, right? And he was like, Chico, who'd you hear her and all, you know? So we all sat down, we were doing something. She was talking. I think I was talking to someone. Next minute she turns around and goes, shush, says your man's name, you know? Your man's looking around. He wasn't even talking. Then a few minutes later, someone else was talking. Same thing. She turns around and says your man's name. And he's freaked at this stage, you know, and he's like, I'm not even, it wasn't me talking. She goes, it always is. You were always talking when you were bleeding young. You never shut your mouth. What?
I'm sure you could say who it is, no?
Rachel.
Yeah.
Right. So she turned around to him
a few... It makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense now. So she turned around a few minutes later and someone else was talking, same thing. She goes, Andrew, stop it. He bleeding, lost it. I wasn't even fucking talking. Buff gets up, freaked, leaves the class. It was like when we were kids back in school, you know. I wasn't even in his class, but we all went on like that, you know. And we were all outside and all, and he was like, yeah, oh no, I wasn't even talking and all, you know. And we were like, fuck her, you know. And he goes, I'm not going back into her class. And we're like, yeah, you have to. It was part of the course. I don't give a bollocks. I'm not going back into her class. So that was that, you know. And there was a boy there. She never spoke in front of anybody ever before. And the teacher was saying to us, listen, she's at that plucking up the courage. She wants to talk and explain who she is. And, you know, like, she's just getting a bit of confidence, you know.
Facing the fear.
Yeah, facing the fear. So she stood up, right? And she was just about to talk. And next minute, a man jumps up and goes, did any of you see that yoke on Discovery the other night about the weed and all? And everybody was like, what? Your woman was devastated. She just sat down, didn't speak for the rest of the whole course, you know what I mean? But they used to bring us out and all, you know, bring us to fucking different parks and to look at trees and all, you know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong, I was into it. I like fucking plants and all. Botanic gardens and all. Like, I had an allotment down the park. So I was growing shit and all, you know. And that's why I kind of took the course, you know. I was thinking, I'll learn a bit more about the gardens, you know. But, yeah, they brought us to the Botanic Gardens and they brought us to loads of places, you know. But they brought us out to some place out in Wicklow. I'm not going to lose me train of thought there.
Yeah.
But, so we were on the course anyway, yeah. And we were doing this, like, English something, you know. Like, your woman says, listen, whoever types it the quickest, you know, messing, like, you know, I'll give you, like, a little prize and all, you know, lollipop or something, you know, man. I'm only joking.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? Like, she's just buzzing, you know. Right. But this one that was on in the mad whistleblower, she turned around to me and goes, I wouldn't even start typing because you're not going to win. I'm the fastest typist in the world. And I was looking at her and I was like, oh God, for that, Jesus Christ, you know what I mean? Everything. No matter, we went out to this, you know, looking at a tree. Your woman's at the telling us the name of the tree and I was like, Chase, that's a lovely blah, blah, blah. I know something. Yeah. That's not one of them. That's a different type of tree and this, that, and you're right. Everything, she just played and argumentative, you know, and I was thinking, oh, fucking hell, stay away from me. Yeah. Over there, we're over on this side, and everybody was wrecking everyone's head after a while, you know. Yeah. But we were down the allotments one day, you know, and we were all there, fucking, me and Rego, and fucking, I think some bloke in Donnybrook was there and playing. I don't even think any of them boards were there, you know. But behind the allotments, you know, and it was behind the railings, you know. And your woman comes along, the one in the country, right? And she goes, no, the one that fell off the wall. And she goes, how did you get in there, right? And Rego says to her, we climbed over the wall there, right? And she's looking, going, fuck that, I'm not going over the wall, you know. You had to keep it complete lock. We're only buzzing, you know. And he says saying to her, hey, why don't you go down to Euro sales? We need tart and paint. And, you know, he gave her a list like what you'd give an apprentice, you know, on a fucking job for a joke, you know what I mean? Your woman went anyway. We forgot all about her. Fucking, we were there anyway. The next day, now one bloke that wasn't even there when we were in the allotments, we're outside the school, right? Your woman comes along, right? She looks at him, right? She goes, look at you, Lord of the Flies. Right? And he looks at her and he goes, what? And she goes, you Lord of the Flies. She looked at me and she goes, look at you, you're the spawn of the devil and all. Right? And I was like, what? And she goes, yesterday you sent me down to the shop for this and that, and damn things don't even exist. I said, first of all, I didn't send you fucking anyway. I didn't even talk to you yesterday. And he wasn't even there. Your 2 years are into it. Yes. And then she started saying to him, you fucking West Brit, and all. She kept giving him loads of abuse, right?
West British from Cork.
Yeah, you know, and then we were in the play and we're in the classroom. She started banging at me and all, you know, like starting on me.
Looking for the
I'm
scrap.
like, hey, listen, man, you know what? Stay the fuck away from me, you know?
Yeah.
But the characters in the class, you know what I mean? Like, even to this day, they'll be thinking to myself, why didn't you put a body cam on and record all this? You'd have made a fortune, you know what I mean? Like, this would have been a sitcom. Big time, like, you know. We had a greenhouse and we were growing plants and this, that, and the other, you know. So they gave this board, right? There must have been about 100,000 seeds in the fucking bag, right? And they gave her a little plain yoke about that size, right? A little fucking plant tray, right? With soil on it. So she says, well, put your finger down and in a hole and then drop a seed into it, right? So everyone was there waiting for your woman has the seeds, you know. So your woman hands the bag back a minute later, empty. The teacher just looks at her and goes, where's all the seeds? And she goes, there they are there. They were in the yoke, the tray was that size. The seeds were piled up this high. The soil was only about that much in the bleeding thing, you know. You're like, fucking hell, man. What kind of classroom are these, you know what I mean? But then someone was talking. And one of the blokes was like, yeah, shut up, will you, for a minute, your woman's talking. And he goes, oh. You know, like, then a few minutes later, same thing. He says to him, well, you shut fucking up, will you? I can't hear what your woman's saying and all. And then a while later, we were in the park and we were looking at trees and your man went, oh, look at that. And he goes, everybody be quiet. He wants to talk, you know. He fucking freaked that he was telling me and telling them to shut up a few minutes ago, you know. But everywhere we went, we just, like, it was just funny, you know what I mean? Yeah. The course, the people on the course. I think they had to do an aptitude test for the next course.
Yeah, because it was such a write-off.
It was like, I'm telling you, like, we were in the class, like, you know, you had to do a project, you know, and everybody had to do a project and something. So say if you were doing plants, you'd have that the Latin name for the plant and all, you know what I mean? Some board in the course, she says, oh, I'm going to do it on potatoes, right? So everyone was like, okay, fair enough, you know what I mean? Like, do it on whatever you want, you know? So they were all talking, you had to do like a presentation, you know what I mean? She said she was doing it on potatoes, so she wants to get up and talk, and you have to get up and, you know, give a little speech about your fucking thing, you know? So everyone was like, jeez, I wonder what she's going to say about the growing potatoes or something. She stood up and says, I bought a bag of potatoes in Tesco. They were $3.75. I bought one in Bladen Little. They were $4.30 thing. And everyone was like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was supposed to be about like plants and stuff like that, you know what I mean? But I think everyone passed the course. Cause, like,
just giving a pass.
Just to give it a pass. Even the teacher on it, you know what I mean? She was real fucking, she's some patience. But even when your woman put the seeds out, she just looked at me and she was like, man, I need to get away from you. Yous are all bleeding. Like, they were just a mad fucking course, you know? Like, we took it, I basically took it because the Labour was sending me for fucking job interview, you know, fucking job club or something. Fuck off, you know what I mean? So I just wanted to get fucking away from the Labour, to be honest with you, you know? But, yeah, it was some experience, man. Like, some of the stuff on it, like, fucking, man. You never come into contact with these people again. You just wouldn't let yourself, you know what I mean? Like, from the whistleblower to your woman bleeding, Lord of the Flies and fucking, you know, like... Yeah. Just like Rego. Rego was on it with me. You know, that's why I wanted to get Rego up, because he remember more, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, yeah. I know, he sent your woman down to the thing, and the next day, like, you know, he was standing there, your woman didn't even say anything to him. It's like as if she just blocked him out. When she was looking over the wall, maybe because of her injury, she could only see me or something, you know what I mean? She was like,
it was Rego who said it to her.
It was Rego who said that to her, yeah. He sent her down to the shop,
For the bubble, for the level. And
and a fucking tartan paint and, like, why the fuck would you be getting tartan paint on in the allotments, you know what I mean? Like, you get a hoe or something like that, But, it was, but he wouldn't go back to your woman's class. And we had to do, like, it was English or something, He was like, fuck, I'm not going back, you know what I mean? But I can't think of your woman's fucking name, the teacher. She's still, I think I was talking to her there.
Was she in the tech or?
She was in the tech, yeah. The reason why she kind of stays in my head is because she was telling me that I think her 2 sons are Chelsea fans, and she and her husband are as well, you know what I mean? And that's the only reason, because I like Chelsea myself, so that's the only reason she kind of fucking stayed in my head, you know what I mean? But I can't.
You did English with her?
I think, we did English with her, yeah.
I did geography with her, but I forget her name. Yeah, I think it's the same.
Yeah, it's probably the same one. Anne something.
Starts with a J, I think.
No, her name is Anne.
Right.
But
someone will tell us in the comments.
Because I remember being in Lots one day and I was talking to Anto, and he goes, "That's Anne's husband," and I was like, "Who the fuck is Anne?" You know what I mean? And he was like, "This was like years later. This is only about 2 years ago," and he goes, "Fucking your woman off the course," and I was like, never knew her name was Anne.
Miss somebody, was it?
Miss.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Teacher.
Yeah.
But,
how old were you?
What?
How old were you doing that course?
Fucking probably about 40, man.
Oh,
No, it wouldn't actually. It was more. It was about probably late 30s.
Right.
But
I think I should remember that. Yeah.
Wezzo.
Yeah.
He was on it with us.
Yeah.
He was on it with us, yeah.
Jeez, that's some gang, innit?
Yeah. You know what? You think that's bad? I did another course, right, in a blade in Plunkett's College, right? So someone told me, "Here, listen, if you apply for this course, you can get a grant of up to $5,000." I was like, $5,000? Fucking hell, you know what I mean? So I applied for the course. You want to see the form, man? The amount of forms to fill out. But I didn't think I was going to get it, Next minute I get accepted on the thing, You go into, there's a big hall, and everybody that's on the courses are there. And I was looking around, right, and there was a crew in the corner, and I was thinking to myself, jeez, I wonder what class they're in. Next minute I'm in their class. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck, you know what I mean? But they were mad. There was there was these 2 young fellas on it, right? Cheech and Chong, we called them. They were you get a 5-minute break, they were outside having a blow, back in, sitting down in the back of the class laughing at everybody and all, There was an outfit on it. He looked like Roy Orbison, big black glasses. Had to be him walking on the Port Tunnel or something. He said he coming up out, he fucked his eyes up. There was a bloke from fucking the north side, bloke from Clondalkin. There was a bloke from Bleeding Swords, man. He was a space cadet, just... Way, man, fucking, but same thing. We're all in the class, we're all sitting there bleeding, doing something, Next minute, the man in Clondalkin, he's only a young fella.
What was that? Woodwork, was it?
Woodwork, yeah. He was only a young fella and he starts bleeding the outlet. Well, the man's an outlet, suppose your man would have been about 50, I was about. I'm 50 now, you know what I mean? I don't think I'm an outlet. Well, I probably am, Well, obviously, but. This fella, next minute your man says something to him, "What, fuck you. Next minute the 2 of them are up, punching the head off each other in the middle of the class. You're like, fuck me, man. It just seems to just...
follow you around.
Yeah, big time, man. It's like, anywhere I go, it's like, people must look at me and go, he looks like a mad cunt, let's go over and talk to him. Something like that, you know what I mean? Because these mad cunts just come out of the woodwork.
Yeah, I was always like that, attracted crazy.
Yeah. I used to think I had a Muppet magnet. The amount of saps I used to attract to me, you know what I mean? Like, in fuck's sake. But, the course. You ended up, we got, like, everybody on it got, like, between 2 and 3 grand. And every month you used to get the money sent, you'd be going up and getting the money in your account. I bought a car and all out of the fucking money.
The scratcher and all?
Yeah. You got, like,
a little bit extra.
It was like a CE thing.
It
wasn't a CE scheme where you got. I think you got 2 something off the scratch, right? And then you got your bleeding your grant. 5 grand. So you got it over 12 months. So every month you got 400 quid or something like that, you know what I mean? But I bought a car and all out of the fucking thing, you know what I mean?
Happy days.
But the characters I met on the thing, you know? But I met this young fella on it. Actually, I think he worked for the ESB. He got killed when he was walking, electrocuted or something like that, you know? Yeah. But, you know, one of these, just a real nice young fella. A really nice young fella. And he was one of these young fellas, no matter what he put his hand to, he'd be good at. Do you know one of these people?
I do.
And he fucking, we'd be all doing the bleeding woodwork, you know what I mean? Your man would give us like, you know, little joints to cut out, you know what I mean? I'm on there like this. Your man bang, look at your man, he has it done, he has it all together. Like even the teacher and all would recognise straight away, this young fella's fucking talented, you know what I mean? But the bloke with the big Roy Orbison glasses, he couldn't see fuck all, you know what I mean? And he right there one day, here he is like this, chiseling at the table, right? And he goes to somebody, am I doing it right? Your man says, doing it right? You're not even doing a fucking piece of wood, you're doing the table here, man. Will you chip it out for me? So even your man doing the class and all, I was looking going, chipping it out for him, you know, like, because he couldn't see, you know, like, and you put him bleeding, like, you know, cutting out fucking bits of wood to put a fucking chair together, like, and all, you know. I know it's like, this outfit's never going to use this, like, you know. Yeah. And even the, like, some of the fucking, that's why like, I could fucking, I was dyslexic, but I didn't know, you know what I mean? Like, I was like a dunce, you know what I mean? Like, when I, like, that's when it came to me, you know what I mean? I was like, I was thinking to myself, man, you need to go back to education or something. You're bollocks. Like, you're not bollocks, but, you know, you're not going to get a fucking, you're not going to get anything if you don't, you know what I mean? And I went back to education, like, it was the best decision I ever did, you know? I discovered I had dyslexia, and then to be able to deal with it. Like, I don't have a problem with reading or anything like that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you talk yourself out of it. You're like, I'm not going to be able to use a computer. What the fuck, you know what I mean? Like someone say, send an email. What the fuck, I wouldn't have a clue, you know what I mean? But I went back and learned, and now to be honest with you, I can't remember how to send an email. Well, no, who was I going to send the fucking email to anyway, you know what I mean? Like, I don't.
Still?
Yeah. Right. Like, I don't. Who am I emailing? Like, even my job and all, you know, they do be saying, they have these groups, you know, teams and all this, you know what I mean? Let's take me out of all them groups. Oh, you have, no, bollocks, man. Don't put me in any group. I have about 6 or 7 WhatsApp groups with people I know already. And they're constantly going, next minute these things, like I was there talking to someone one day, and they were like, fucking hell, man, they're getting about 20 messages. And I was like, I do be in the van, and I'm driving along, and someone texts me. The music goes off, and they'll be freaked. And these Brazilians, they send you about 6 messages just to see if you're all right. You know, it's not, and they were saying to me, you know, it's not like, you know, I text you, what's story, Frankie, here, can you do this, blah, blah, blah. They don't. They, like, want to make sure you're okay first. Right. Hi. How are you? Are you feeling okay? Yeah. Is everything good? So, and then ask you. And I'm like, nah, man, just text me what you want me to do. Don't be sending me. And like, even now, there's a new bloke in the warehouse. He must have sent me about 20 messages this morning just to ask me to bring him 2 sandwiches. Hi, and then starts slagging me. You know, like sending me like. I do be joking with it. They do be slagging me in Portuguese and all, you know, like, you know some of the words, you know what I mean, but I don't care, like, you know what I mean. No, when people say, oh, speak to me like this, no, I don't give a bollocks, man.
So you did a computer course now, did you?
I did a computer course, I did, jeez, I don't know what the name it was, you know what I mean? Like, fucking, I did a woodwork course, I did loads of different courses, you know, just to, I got to the stage where I was off drugs and I was bored. And I was like, if I don't get something, I'll probably end up going back, you know? And I was like the tech was great for me. Like, I used to go into I think I was in a fucking knitting class or something, you know? Just to get out of the gaff.
Yeah.
You know, like sitting there with loads of hounds doing knitting, you know, like I didn't give a bollocks, like.
We did sound.
In the thing, yeah.
So.
Yeah, no, here, it's just anything to get it out of the thing, you know. That's why I took a CE scheme. The CE scheme was the best thing I ever did. Like, I was talking to a woman that actually works in Andrews, and she was saying, like, oh, we're doing a thing, you know, just the success stories of people that were on this, you know. And she says, like, you're one of them, you know. She says, no, we don't use your name or anything like that, but we just use the things that you did. Like, I got into the plants in there. It's bleeding great, man. The only thing about when you got into the plants, and I did the horticultural course in the techno, that was a joke, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I did a horticultural course up in Marley Park. And the 3 blokes that was on the course, it was only like, say, whatever centre. So whatever gardening that was in the centre. But in their centre, there was only 3 of us in it, you know? Yeah. So, no, 4 of us. So we went up to do the course, right? But one of the blokes that was on the course, that was in the centre with us, right? He was that well up on plants. He could have been doing the course. When we were doing the course, the board doing the course says, you're only like 1 exam away from being in my position here, you know? But, yeah, man, he was, I won't say where he's from. You know, he's, yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? But he was a prick. Right. A fucking prick. He knew all about plants, and he made you feel that, you know? Like some name for a plant, he knows a Latin name, it's figure for dick, whatever, you know what I mean? And there was this other bloke, there was other two outlets, and me, you know? But they were a lot older, like they were in the 60s, late 60s, you know? And I remember being on the course with them, and one of the outlets, like, I used to do jobs with him, he used to do gardens with him, and all. He was a funny cunt. He slagged everybody, you know? But we were there, and him and your man had loads of ding-dongs with each other, you know? So fucking, we were there on the course anyway, and the hour turned around to this other bloke. She says, are you their supervisor, you know? And your man was like, no. You know what I mean? But like, what's up, you know? And she says, I think your man, this is the bloke who was fucking up on the plants. She said, I think he's getting bullied by one of the other blokes in the class, right? And your man says to her, if you knew their working relationship, you'd understand. Right. Your man's a wanker. And he's a wanker to everybody. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's not bullying them or anything, he's no time for them. Because he's done so much for them. Your man was great at fixing bikes. And he fixed your man's bike for him loads of times. And he was just like, man, he was a big dope. He was well up on the plants, you know what I mean? But yeah, he just, so kind of like, that's kind of how I got it, how I got the job where I am now, you know? I just used to sell eggs, basically. Yeah. And I was in the shop one day and...
How did that come about?
When I was working in the place where I was doing the plants, I was just there the one day talking to some bloke, and he says to me, you had loads of boxes of eggs, you know? And I was like, what's it? And he goes, I sell them here on the Saturday. I get them for 50 cents, he says. So I sell a dozen for €2. Like, it's fuck all, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah. So I used to sell hanging baskets and all, you know what I mean? So I just said, fuck, I'll try the plants. I'll try the bleeding eggs. They were so cheap, you know what I mean? Everyone wanted them, you know what I mean? So... How
long did you do that for?
Probably a couple of years. Yeah. When COVID hit, that put everything to it, you know? They came back after COVID, and your mum wanted like 50 cents, like you wanted like €3. You know, and I was like, it's not really a bargain then, you know? And then by this time, I was doing a bit of... deliveries for a cafe, like restaurant, cafe during the day, restaurant in the evening, you know. But I was doing a few deliveries for them, actually, sound blokes, really nice, you know. And he says to me after a while, he said it was COVID here, He said, listen, Billy, we're going to close the restaurant because Nobody's going out. Everybody, you can only have 10 people or 5 people in the bleeding thing. It's no good to us, you know.
Yeah, it was nuts.
So I was like, right, okay. But he said, listen, there's a shop around the corner we own. They need you to do home deliveries.
Yeah.
So like everybody was off for COVID. I walked through the whole thing. We didn't get like. Now I'm glad I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because loads of people I know got bleeding cocaine and fucking alcohol habits from being off all the time and just getting money. You know what I mean? Nowhere to go, nowhere to spend their money. You couldn't fucking go anywhere. You couldn't walk a kilometre out your area. All this bollocks and all, you know. But so we walked through the whole thing, which was great.
Yeah.
You know. Not that I'm not saying that I would have got a cocaine and thing habit, because I think I'm past that, you know. I think my mind is too strong for that kind of stuff now, you know. I think for now.
Yeah.
It is now.
Today it is.
Yeah, today it is, and I think at the time, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. Who knows, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people I know got a cocaine habit and an alcohol habit out because of COVID. And then as well as that, like, nobody could come out. I think after COVID, nobody wanted to come out.
No, yeah.
You stay at home now, like, you know what I mean?
You know?
That's what he's saying, you know, if you would see someone over 40 out after 9 o'clock at night, they had a nap that day, you know what I mean? Because you get home, like, you just...
Yeah, things are definitely different, aren't they?
100%. Like,
pubs and all, it's all different.
It's everything.
You know?
Like, it was, you know, fuck the mad shit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know, you had like the fucking thing, the Aviva Stadium. You drive in and getting a check, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember going in with a COVID test up the fucking wall. Shitting myself. I thought it was going into, it was like a concentration camp or something.
Yeah,
all these cunts and masks everywhere and all. It was terrifying.
Yeah.
Like, I got fucking, I think it was a bad flu, to be honest with you. But you had to ring this number to say you had to get COVID or something, right?
It was mental.
Cunts on the phone had you up the wall. Do you smoke? Yeah, make sure you have it vape. Or a bleeding yolk beside your bed and all. You're like, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
And I remember my boss ringing me and saying to me, like, how do you feel and all, you know, what's it like? Because no, it was only a new thing. Yeah. I think I had the flu.
But that's the newest, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Putting the fear of God.
Everybody was up the wall, the numbers are up, they're bleeding this.
It's like the world was ending,
yeah,
wasn't it?
that's the way it felt.
That's the way it was sold. Was
like when I was driving around, I remember going up fucking Appian Way. You go all the time up that way, and I was driving around the corner, next minute there's a big checkpoint.
Yeah.
And
at
like,
Braid, there used to be one as well.
Yeah, the copper, like, where you going and this, that, and you know, and I'm like, man, I'm going to walk, you know. I rang my boss and he was like, listen, Billy, we have letters and all, you can be out and all, don't be worrying about it and all, you know. Like, I remember one night, right, I was coming back from Tallinn, so to being out with my board scarf. Now, I had a letter to say I had to be out, I was allowed out, you know what I mean? But for some reason, this is another thing about the guard being paranoid for no reason. I'm coming down past Bushy Park and there's a checkpoint. And I just says to myself, I'm not fucking going that way. So I turned, right?
That's the worst thing to do.
They blew up after me, right? But when you turn into where Bushy Park is, right? That big long road, I don't know what it's fucking called. Just up past here in Europe, right? Anyway, it's going into Temple Oak, probably the Temple Oak Road. But anyway, so I turned into Bushy Park, right? And then I couldn't remember which way to get out. And I was thinking, right, fuck it. I went around the roundabout to come back, right? And next minute the police car came this way. No, and I was here. But I pulled in to let them by. But when they were going by, the copper looked and goes, there he is there. I was in the Merc. Man, I was only to get in the car. Fucking thing took off like a blade. I was in Rathfarnham in about 2 seconds. No way. I don't know where the guy went. I was gone, you know what I mean? And then I was down the path down the road thinking to myself, you have a letter to say you're allowed out.
It's just built into us.
It's just, I do be out all the time. I see the guy and I'm paranoid to bits and I'm thinking, what are you paranoid for? You're not even doing that. You know, it's just, it's in me.
Like, do you get when you're going away on holiday or and going through the airport? Like, what's the story with that?
Man.
Do you know what I mean?
I'll give you a beaut, right? We were coming back from Spain there a few weeks ago, right? And we gets into the airport. My mate said, few joints or whatever before we went, you know.
Right.
Now I didn't, right? Because I'd paranoid the bits and anyway, you know what I mean? So we get to in, right? But the last time we went into the airport, we queued in down there, right? Because we had bags, right? But we get in behind. Now this is where the security and all is. There's no other area. Everybody goes through there. My mate starts saying to the sound, we're in the wrong part and all. And she was like, no, all the planes go. He goes, no, we went down there. He got the eye on us, right? Panicking. Yeah. We're going through. I'm up the wall as it is, you know what I mean? I was like, we went in that way because we had bags and all. This is the way we go. No. I says, man, you're paranoid. You're having a joint. I didn't. Mm-hmm. Anyway, we goes through. The blatant beeper goes off. I'm like, fuck off, right? Your man goes to me, here, I have to swab your hands. I was like, leave her out. I don't even think, like, the people, I think your woman said something to them. Yeah, these two blokes are acting suspicious. They probably had that bleeding swallowing loads of coke or something, you know. But he came up clear, you know. But I get into the airport all the time. It's mad, the dog walks by me. I haven't even got it on me. I'm going away, you know what I mean? Up the wall, there's the dog. Yeah. So what?
I know, you think he's going to come over to you, even though you know.
Yeah, big time. But here, to be honest with you, it's valid for me, you know what I mean? Because the last time I was in the airport with your man, when we got on the plane, and they took us back off the plane and all, you know what I mean? Like, I remember coming back from Amsterdam with these blokes one time, right? And I don't know what they thought, but they start spraying themselves with the deodorant. Loads of grass, you know. Start spraying themselves with the deodorant. All you could smell was lynx when we got to the thing. Everybody was like, I fucking smell of lynx, you know what I mean? They're going through and your man put his bag to the yoke. Next minute, they take your bag off. They're all looking at you, they're up the wall. He had a bottle of vodka in his bag, you know. They were like, no, you can't put that through. You have to bring that in a separate bag and all this, you know. But, yeah, man. Yeah, it's just like when they're coming up to a checkpoint, to see a checkpoint. My first thought is, shit, I'm caught. Like, and you're caught what? Yeah. You know, like, it's like...
everything in the window, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. You know? Now, the car's taxed, insured, fucking everything, you know? You've just...
It's that little thing in your belly you get.
Yeah, it's just like, innit? It's now in the van, like, I always say to them, I don't even care, you know what I mean? But when I'm in my car, it's a different story. It's weird, like, you know, you're thinking, I get pulled here. For what? Yeah. You know? Even when they go, boy, you know, you look at them and think they're looking at you.
Look in the mirror.
You know, like,
make sure they're not home,
yeah.
You know?
Like, I remember saying about that time coming up, like, scratch your head. I'm not scratching my head in case you think, you know. Well, you're scratching your head, like, you know what I mean? But, yeah, it's just...
it's built into us.
It is, it's in you. You're like, it's... Well, no, I was out there a minute ago having a smoke in the lane there. And this bloke's probably innocent. But he walked down. He probably seen me and thought, I'm not going down there with him there, you know what I mean? And he walked back and I was thinking to myself, what's that cunt up to? But then now thinking about it, he probably looked down at me and thought, he's going to rob me, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then when I came back in, he walked back down, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, just shit, innit?
Yeah, that's
you know?
Everyone's mad blading on tenterhooks these days, you know?
But here, people, look. We have Billy Big Ball cups, coasters, bottle openers. Where's that pillow? Have a pillow there as well.
There's a pillow, look, hold on.
And Billy Big Ball pillows.
Hold on, let me... There you go, that's all you need for Christmas, isn't it?
There really? You go.
What?
Christmas wrapped up.
You know?
But
it's a whole person boxed off for Christmas.
Definitely. If someone got me that for Christmas, I'd be so happy. I said to my sister, I said, I'll get me niece, you know. Fucking, man, I love me niece. She's the best thing. Unbelievable she is. But I said, I'll get her a pillow, you know. And she said, don't give her that. she sleeps in my bed. I'm not having that in my bed, you know what I mean? And I said, no, I'll get her one for her own bed when she's a bit older, you know. Billy loves you or whatever, you know. But she say everybody's name, you know. And say to her, I say, what's my name? No. What? No, right, and say, who's that? Nanny. She says her ma's name, she says her dad's name, she says everybody's name, granddad, blah, blah, blah. Say my name. No. And every time she sees me, when she sees me in the gaff, you know, she kind of looks at me, you know, like, and I'm like, what the fuck, you know? And when I see her out, say someone else is mine, and I see her, she sees me, no, right? So, all the time that was happening, I was like, what the fuck, man? She says everybody's name except mine. It's like she knows she's annoying me or something, you know what I mean? You know, she's not even two. Yeah. Right, but fucking, well, there a few weeks ago, you know, and she came in and she goes, fifth. And I just looked at her and says, what? She goes, fifth. And she gave me a big hug and all, and I was like, oh, right, fucking hell, you can say my name now. But she sees a tattoo, you know. We have a little thing that Aunt Shesha made. It's like a little dog, you know. And she picks it up, you know, and she walks over to me now. She goes, Archie. Hands me the thing, you know what I mean? And then she asks me to show her Archie on my arm and all, you know. It's like, she's so bleeding cute. She's just dead wild. She's not even two, but she's very clever, you know. She's bleeding deadly. She comes into the gaff now and it's like, fifth, give me a hug, take her jacket off, you know what I mean? Then she's fucking wants to play and interact with me all the time, you know? If I get up, I like to go into the room and have a smoke, you know? No, fifth, stay. So you have to stay there, you know what I mean? She has control over me now, you know what I mean? But she played and brings some life into the gaff, I tell you. Big time, man. It's nice, you know what I mean? You fucking... Because it's, you know, I don't think I'm ever going to have kids, you know? You never know.
Never know.
No.
Another dog, maybe.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Actually, you know what, I kind of miss having a dog, you know what I mean? They're great company, but it's the only thing is, like, when I got Archie, I didn't have a job. So I was out with him all the time, you know what I mean? Bringing him here. Now I have a job. I couldn't bring my dog to work, you know what I mean? Especially because I deliver food. I couldn't have the bleeding dog. I know he'd be in the front and all, but it's still not the same, you know what I mean?
That's why I never had a dog in the apartment, you know?
Yeah.
You're out all the time, like, you can't leave it.
You can't leave a dog in the... Yeah, it is cruel, you know what I mean? Or like, he was like... He was so small, so he didn't really need much walking, you know? But I used to bring him bleeding everywhere. On mad walks, like me, Anto had a staff. Yeah. And the fucking pug, I swear to God, he'd be in the gaff and he'd be sitting there and I'd say, do you want to go for a walk with Oscar? And he'd run around. And as soon as he seen Anto's dog, he used to jump up now and biting on his ear like as if he was telling them, I missed you. You know what I mean? The two of them got on great, you know? But same with Reggio's dog as well. Reggio's sister's dog as well. Dion, she had a fucking... what was it? I can't remember. Not Juno. Gino. Right. Little thing, it's a mad looking thing. It would look like, remember that Pinky and the Brain? It looked like one of them, you know what I mean? Yeah. Fucking big sticky up ears and all. Deadly looking dog, you know what I mean? But, and then Chew.
No, that's Chihuahua, you know? Chihuahua.
No, it was, fucking leg. You know, old age is getting to me, you know? But, I'm banging that door again. I haven't heard anyone banging it in ages. But, yeah, it was a little French bulldog.
Oh, yeah, Frenchie.
Fucking deadly little thing. Like, Archie was a little bleeding pug, you know what I mean? I used to look at the dog, I swear to God, and he'd be talking. He'd be looking at me, just waiting for him to talk. Because he had that little fucking human looking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because because their face is flat.
Their face is flat, yeah. But, yeah, I kind of miss a dog, you know? But, let's see. But I always talked about getting one, you know what I mean? And the woman I was with, she was like, you're not getting another dog, you never come out to me, blah, blah, blah. So if you get a dog, you'll never see it, you know what I mean?
Well, now you have no excuse now.
Yeah, no, yeah. But,
so, in the Nels 4 now, Bill?
Oh, News 4, yeah. Fucking hell, man. You know, when I said to somebody I know, I said, oh, I'm in the paper. He goes, is it a court update? He said, no.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah, it is nice, a bit of recognition, you know what I mean? But,
fair play to Louise.
yeah, it was a great article. Yeah. When I was reading it, I was thinking to myself, that sounds like a deadly podcast. You know what I mean?
Where is it?
Where is it? You know what I mean? Who's this cunt Billy? You know? Yeah. But, yeah, fucking...
Yeah.
It was. I thought it was a nice touch, you know.
It was lovely.
Louise is a big supporter of the show. She always watches it, you know what I mean?
You know that link back to Adge?
You know that Adge was a diamond.
Yeah.
An absolute diamond, you know? Like... But to be honest, like, I don't think, fucking legend. I don't think anybody that you meet, you know, like, I don't think anybody you meet that interacted with him at any stage of their life would have a bad thing to say about him. He was a bleeding diamond, man. Mm-hmm. But that's, you know, it's like Pierce, you know? Yeah. People get taken, you know, it's just like, you know, people say, like, it's just, you know, you get a bit older and it seems to be everybody around you. Like, rings in, the amount of people.
No,
you're like...
Dropping like flies.
Like, and then recently as well, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, your neighbours are just disappearing, like, you know? Like, I remember being outside the thing, actually, with Pierce and Anto. And we were chatting away about, you know, and I was talking about something about his teeth, and he was like, fucking hell, I never thought I'd be outside rings in church here, all of us chatting about bleeding, old age and all this crack, you know? Yeah. And we were like, I wonder who'll be next going over the bridge, you know? And you just never bleed now. Yeah. Like, that's why nowadays we're kind of trying to stay upbeat, positive. It's not easy, like, don't get me wrong, see today, like, I wanted to drive into the river. I was stressed down my head, fucking, like, something just, the last 2 days, just been thinking the stupid things. It just pops in your head, like, everyone thinks, like, I don't know what they think, they probably don't, you know what I mean? They probably look at my posts on Facebook and think, he's off his head, something wrong with him, you know what I mean? But, like, some of the stuff I put up, like, maybe this time last year, you know what I mean? Like, some of the shit I was putting up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's what heartache does to you. That's what heartache does to you. So if anybody is looking back a year ago and saying, Jesus Christ, man, what's this shit? That's what heartache does. But this year, I'm different. I'm down. Things that bothered me last year don't bother me now.
Don't dwell on it.
I don't think, you know, like, this is, like, I do be watching all these self-help things and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, you know, the worst thing you can do is try to think of what other people are doing now in their life. No, you might miss somebody and you say, oh, I wonder what they're doing. You can't control what they're doing. You can't control what they're thinking. So you're not an investigator. So why would you think about it? Sit back, put everything back on yourself, back in your own head. Remember who the fuck you are. Do you know what I mean? Put your feet on the ground, get up, go to the gym, go for a walk, do something. Like,
open the curtains.
Open the curtains, yeah. Fucking stop smoking fucking joints, you know, whatever. Like, so this year is you know what? The person I am now, I've never been this person before. Ever.
Billy 2.0.
Basically, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm a totally different person. Like, the last year broke me and rebuilt me. Yeah. All in the same year. You know, and I can't, like, don't get me wrong. There is days when I think, what could have been if I did this, if I could have, should have done that. And then I just think, stop. Roll that back. It's done. You can't go back. Whatever you did, whatever way you did it and whatever way it happened, you can't go back and undo it. So just let it go. It's hard. It's not easy, you know. Like, everybody goes through this kind of shit in their life. But if you let it get in on you, it will. Like you have to just keep going.
No, but the point is...
Yeah, like, here, listen, you know, and like the way we're talking about people dying, and like, it's gonna hit me harder and harder and harder. Like, there's people in my life I don't want to lose, you know. We're all gonna die, and that's like, you're worried about shit. You know, in 100 years' time, you won't even be here. Fuck, you know, that's why you're trying to not think about it. Not that you don't think about it, like, you have to. If you feel hurt, you have to just let it. You know, you just have to let it hurt. Like, in not a few days, but like, you have to push through it.
Yeah.
Basically. Like, yeah. You know, you do, you have to push through it. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not special, I'm not different than anybody. We're all the same, like, you know. I hurt, like, as much as anybody. I know I do have a buzz and a bit of crack and slag everybody and all, but that's just me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm still a blatant human being, like, you still you get all the emotions, all the feelings, all the things, like, this time last year my heart was broke. Like, absolutely, me dog died. I wasn't with me boat, and like, so whatever happened last year on my posts, I'm so sorry. My heart was broke. There's not much more I can say about that, you know. But this year, that's why I'm saying, like, I'm not the same person I was a few years ago. I'm a totally different person. I don't even think the same. I don't do anything really. You know what I mean? Like what I did, like, even like, see the way I go out and have a few drinks and all. Like, that's not me. After the new year, I'm knocking the gaggle on the head. Yeah. I might go out on a Wednesday with my buddies, but I'm not gonna have a drink. I'll have a 7-Up or whatever. Whatever. It doesn't really matter, you know. A non-alcoholic beer or whatever. But like, it was only I was off to drink for about 20 years. Just never drank. Just didn't want to, you know.
Yeah, it doesn't float my boat anymore.
No, really. Like, to be honest with you, even when we were growing up and all, I didn't like that drunk buzz. You know what I mean? It's like, any time I was drunk, I was in trouble. I was in fights. I was getting battered.
Charges.
Yeah. For what?
Yeah.
Stupid. Out drunk. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a big criminal around. When I was on drugs and all, I did what I did, but I was never like a big robber or fucking that like that, you know what I mean? Like Alex was saying that time, you know, drink is the demon, really. It kind of drops your boundaries, kind of, doesn't it? Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you'll do stuff that you wouldn't normally do when you're drunk, and that's why I don't really like that drunk. I don't like the feeling, you know, like, fucking a couple of times I went down my board and come back, you're sitting there, man, next minute the whole room is spinning, like, it's a horrible feeling, you know, it's blatant horrible, you know, puking all over the place and all, you know what I mean, like, it's, nah. Like, now it's like, I'd happily blatant, you know, go out with a bit of food and fucking have a meal out or whatever, you know what I mean? But Joanna was where she was into having a gaggle or whatever, you know. That's kind of when I got in. It's kind of boredom, like, you know. You're sitting there and someone else is fucking drunk and you're sitting there like a spare prick, you know. And that's kind of when I started to kind of get back into drinking. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd have like, I don't know, 2 glasses of fucking Prosecco or something like that, and I'd be fucking buzzing, you know. And then, but yeah, I want to knock it on the head, you know. I don't go out that much to be drinking. I'd be sitting in my room drinking on my own. You know what I mean? It's like last night. This kind of was a needle. It was a blade, and fucking nailing the coffin kind of. I didn't want, you know what I mean? Yeah. Last night I went out, and before I went out, I drank 2 glasses of Prosecco, but I knocked them back, you know. And I had a joint. Went over the IH. The first beer, first Guinness I got, I drank it too quick. And I was sitting there talking to me mate, and I was like, I'm in bits, man. And he was like, what? You don't want to have one drink? I said, no, I had 2 before I left the Gap. And he was like, fuck's sake. That's normally me, you know, him, you know. He had about 6 bleeding shots before he meets up, you know. But it was like that. Had another beer.
And when was this?
This was last night. And I was outside the IH and I was thinking to myself, you know.
So that's why today was you were feeling and bleeding?
Yeah, probably, yeah, you know yeah. Actually, I never thought of that, yeah. Yeah.
No, it takes a few days, you know what I mean? Yeah. When you're not used to it, like.
Definitely. But,
you know, there's no way.
Even when, now when I, like, I'm not joking with you, I get up at 6 every morning, right? And I woke up before my alarm, and I was praying when I looked at me. Now, most times I don't look at my clock because it only annoys you know what I mean? But I looked at my clock, and it was 5 to 6. And I was like, you bastard. Yeah. I had to get up. Then, not only that, I had to do, like, work that was supposed to be done the day before that couldn't be done because it was too busy. I had to do that first thing in the morning. I normally come here at like 7. I think I hit like 8:45, you know what I mean? I was out in that fucking lane out there. Every time I pulled up, there was a van in it. Drive around the block, get back around, you're still there. And you're gone past the lane, so you have to drive back around. I must have drove around that block about 6 times this morning. Freaked. And then it was just the whole day, just, you know.
Yeah.
It's probably, the alcohol, you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. And then I had fuck all to eat.
Yeah, there you go.
Like, to be honest with you, actually, the last few weeks, it's like, I tried that intermittent fasting. Just stop eating at 7 o'clock at night and don't eat till, like, you're supposed to eat, like, at, I don't know, 1 o'clock, 12 o'clock the next day or whatever. Some days I'd be there and I'd be like, fuck, I haven't eaten that. It'd be 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And like a few years ago, that's not me, you know. If I don't have my breakfast, I was cranky and all, you know. Now it's like, I don't know what it is. Just not fucking eating much, you know. Yeah, belly's still there though, you know.
Yeah, it was supposed to be bad for you though, isn't it? Not to have a breakfast. I'm the same, I just have coffee is my breakfast.
Yeah, no, I have a smoke and a coffee most mornings, you know what I mean? But,
I'm the same.
No, it's like, to be honest, I don't think it's like, I suppose, if you want to lose weight, do you reckon have something in the morning, you know, like Greek yogurt with protein or something like that in it, you know? But like...
egg whites or something.
Yeah. You know, the bloke who works in my job, you know, he gave me a program. I bought it on him, you know, and he gave me a food one. And I was looking at the food program going, I'm not fucking eating that. No, not that I'm not eating that. The meal choices were shy. I do fucking follow this bloke on Instagram. Northern Ireland bloke. But he used to make all wraps. You know, like fucking different things. And he's like in the air fryer, all different fucking wraps. And he'd eat wraps, he'd lose some weight and this, that. It's all about macarons or whatever, you know. And he'd be like, you don't have to eat boring food. No. But this bloke that gave me the program mustn't have seen that memo.
Yeah.
He gave me a yolk, right?
He done the Mount Joy.
Yeah, he did a Mount Joy one, you know. Fucking in the morning, you know, like 4 eggs or something.
Yeah.
Like struggling to eat one, you know. 4 eggs. Then your dinner.
Yeah.
Plain rice and a bit of chicken. You're thinking. And he say to me, no, I'd say, yeah, I'll put a bit of salt. No, that's where the calories are in the sauce. I'm like, listen, I'm not eating boiled fucking chicken and boiled rice all the time. Like, there has to be some kind of, it has to be a flavour, there has to be some kind of balance. Then it turns out, if you eat 2,000 calories, you put yourself in a calorie deficit, something shit like that, right? There's science behind it, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's talking about it on the fucking, all these bleeding fitness fanatics, you know? So basically, this is the way it is explained to me. You can eat whatever the fuck you want, as long as it's less than 2,000 calories.
Yeah. As long as you're using up the calories.
Yeah. So you'd be going to the gym, you'd be burning, but like sitting around That's your mum was saying in the video, sitting around, like you burn thousands of or hundreds of calories or whatever, just sitting around.
Yeah.
You know, like, remember years ago you say, like, you eat a packet of crisps, you have to jump on the treadmill for 4 hours and all to burn a packet of crisps off. Fuck off, man. Like, some of the things years ago, you know, like the health and fitness things, like with Arnie and all, you know?
Yeah.
Like, they're all going on about pumping, they're all fucking lashing the juice out of it, you know? Don't go what bollocks, man. You don't get that way. Yeah. You know, you see this with the six-pack and all, they're on this fucking
testosterone,
fat burners, testosterone, loads of shit, you know? Actually, I might get on the testosterone myself, you know? But, TP Tyers. Actually, your man now with TP Tyers, fucking sound.
Yeah.
Darren, oh man, lovely bloke. You're one of these people, you know, that just, now when you meet somebody, straight away you can tell this is a nice bloke, you know.
Do you do part warm tours and all that?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. But they do everything, you know, and the blading, like I had some crack going out there over the year. Like I know him a good few years, probably 15 years now, you know. But it's some crack going out. We used to go and sell the eggs and all, you know.
Yeah.
But every time, that's what he used to say to me every time. He'd say, you know what, Billy, you're always looking for something for free. You take a pen, he'd have like, you know, air fresheners with the TP Tyers on them, he'd be taking them, you know. Yeah. But there was a bloke there one time, and everybody that came in, I was giving them eggs. And this fella came in, your man was had to fix him your car, and he was like, you made him pay €2 or whatever for the eggs. He's like, everybody else said they're getting eggs for nothing, and he fixed your car, and you're still charging him, you know. I was like, fuck him, man.
Fucking Joe.
Yeah, but yeah, Darren, he's a really nice fella, yeah. So, TP Tyers sponsored Billy Big Balls. Remember, when you're going out to get anything, say Billy Big Balls sent you out for a 10% discount. Episode 23, in the bag. Billy loves you. That's a wrap.